Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing out ether like no one.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. Doris sent if something ain't done.
I won't let that.
Didn't think.
Does Blackthorn?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He don't. You reckon we should tell him?
No.
Yeah, well.
With Canva in the hands of Akashic.
Ah, I see.
Don't tell me.
Oh, no. I'm working on bringing another one. It's got a reverberatory hood over it. Let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. Only mithril engines get hot. Trouble is, we won't be able... And I hear...
If it's for... Oh. So...
We've got a couple of examples.
So
that we've back where there's an...
How was she?
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of peppy nuts and all
these days.
Trouble with your gear, or something for you, dear? No scratches, all right? That it? Fine.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on my job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself. Alone.
Did she? What was the mission?
Following up on some new information. Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the beast. I'll go and find her.
If she's...
Why would Doris Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
I've got greens of
Looking
all
for shelter.
shapes and sizes. Colours. Just because the heavens have gone to wreck and ruin it, don't mean we have to.
What are you after? That all, is it?
Nearly done.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
It's been a pleasure, Doris.
I'll give your offer some thought.
How goes the investigation?
Sid,
You. I heard you were out here on your own.
of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that she's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So,
I'd say so. She seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambra. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can
then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bear.
The Baum Arches.
Ah, Clive, I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the mean, but if Eastpool's going to survive, it's as of those poor, they've lived their whole small wonder they. And if you're Sir Wade's
All right.
thank there.
Giselle Green.
Not them about and the I'll
Come on. Time to fight. Good. How did Doris come to know we're slave?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready?
Back to civilization, is it?
With all haste. Lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless... I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more and I'll be...
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. It appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try. So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid!
Ah, Doris. You know, I always want casting your lot with this criminal of all.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you. This woman, my former master, once trained bear. She raised me like a daughter. And I did.
It wasn't all terrible. You were always so eager to learn. But you proved yourself a master of both. How about it, my little dagger? Care to...
I never swore to liberate the bearers of farewell, master.
You always were a righteous. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be, and she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court.
All right.
I am.
Then I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the... Owen, your letter.
I'd been hoping as much. So she can't... I hope so. You had quite the pass yourself before you... Anyway.
Keep up the good... There were ghosts at the gates, not days.
Those things I said before.
Oh, Clive, my wards and I may soon...
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne. And
The High Cardinal?
leader of the Council of Elders. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble.
And what does he want with North?
He wants to transform it into a foundation upon which to build anew. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this font.
What does Captain Philippe make of it? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around.
How? By speaking out. A man whose stated aim is to revive the Empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve. And to him, the captain can offer them a regular... No. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have...
Who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal for your services to Northreach? You have the respect, and unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking. Well?
I'll see what...
Thank you.
Tell me in the...
Oh.
All right. I may have... met this duke before. At the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You got some business with the
No, actually. I was hoping I might be able to...
We're under orders not to let any civilians, but you should be all right. Wait here.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison, and I shall see... But tell me...
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn north...
Ah, you are worried the expanded garrison... Yet you needn't be. Pride of place, but no more.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, which is more than can be said for The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe... with Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the towns, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the... Plans are already... Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no...
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as... If Sandbreck is to be rebuilt, she will require one whose authority is... That is why this levy, so that any man who wishes to join the army... And yet, there are those who persist in...
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that? You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have...
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no...
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga will...
Do not take her name in vain.
I'll come back later. The citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of it. It wouldn't hurt to ask them. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
As long as you remain...
You needn't fret. The creatures...
All right there.
Just your opinion. I wondered what you thought.
Not much. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer. Now he's trying to drive us out completely, if the day.
Why, your stall is a...
I've been hearing a lot of...
Nothing. Going around acting like he owns them. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her...
I take it you'd rather she was in...
As far as I'm concerned, just need his eminence to sod off back to
I heard the dame got an icon to rid the meadows.
A question. What do you think of the...
You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you got a... If he's willed it. Whatever it...
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers? Excuse me, do you have them? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the...
Well, I mean, look around. The traders might not think the Duke's got a point. And if that means people who don't know what...
As long as you remain...
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plan. Do you think that's a good...
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet...
You're the one who's talking
On the dame's behalf, yes. What do you think of his plan?
I'm a soldier, mate. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the dame. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire. If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue skin.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this. Captain.
For you? Thank you, Velas. How can I help?
I wanted to ask you, do you intend to go along with this?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in tune. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to...
That's right.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either.
Thank you, Clive. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Well, duty call. Thanks again.
Seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Ah, Clive, were you able to speak?
I was.
Well, it will certain, though I doubt it will come as much consolation. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have us.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for them. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders, and not just because of the Duke's rank.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sambra? Thank you for...
I don't know.
What happened to your unit?
I handed it in. I told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I loved. Because I realized what really matters. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it. Protecting. I honestly don't know when those monsters will, but I'm certain they're not finished with us. And when they do come back, we need to stand together. And with you to lead us, my lady. It was you, isn't it?
Indeed.
All of that as we have... Thank you, Philippe.
Anything. Speaking, I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all.
Wouldn't be the first.
There may be hope for North, especially with men like you. I, for my part, shall continue to work, but I suspect I shall have to... Until
then. Good girl. All right. I'll need to deal with these ones first. How to find this spherical echo? This is it. Then, just two more to find.
Ah, Clive.
That is good news.
Yes.
Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract... But I still have much and more to prepare. You couldn't do me a quick favor.
What is it this time?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask Elle how long we have until they find out exactly how much faster I need to get...
All right.
Thanks,
Don't blame yourself, Elle. This is... I know, but no buts are...
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium, and though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
Elle? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have... This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually. And at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone?
Are you offering to be my... How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint. You go, even if someone needs to prepare the place.
Oh, and... Well... For meeting the Silver Peak Consortium. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she means to stay with us then.
You have to trust.
You're right. Devel, so I bid you farewell. I'll gather... You go to Randalar and see...
I'll do my best. All right. To Randalar, then. Better not keep Eloise waiting.
I wouldn't give for a home.
Looks like this is the end of the road.
When are they gonna let us through?
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
You deserve a rest. I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with her?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves.
You misunderstand. The Consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser. The bearers belong to him.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own... That's what you get when you deal with continental...
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound... no matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy their representative. I feigned interest in As soon as he left, I sent my own...
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposals, so I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I...
You tried.
I did. I wanted...
Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountain. Theo, and they need help.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Cla- I'll gather...
Hold on.
Yeah!
Back to the stables, girl. Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the... Just...
I can do better. Come on. Where are you, Theo? Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy. Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here.
think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream. Theodore! So will you! Elle. Theodore. Take care of my sister. Theodore. Wait. Goodbye, Elle.
Thank you, Clive.
That was... His first instinct was all...
And now, because
No, he...
to live my...
What you...
We grew up in Canva. We were... And I was chosen to inherit the I had my father's head for figures, you see. A late bloomer. For unlike most... My parents tried her before they could.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause, but he said you deserved a better, just as you freed him from him.
I would be loved how much he devoted my... But I have never been with Iron. He was never a burden. If anything...
You weren't, that he had always been great, and that neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You did, and you always would.
You're right. It was so well, Theo. I know Theo wanted me to move on. But we can make... I need nothing more. So, bringing... And to this...
To continue.
Thank you. Let's go.
What brings you to...
A delivery from...
These are Gizal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then, is she? I jest, of course. But they'd long since gone to seed. Only without...
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant, so that they'll be able to...
That's not a bad... These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before... They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men. Not that it's about... Unfortunately, we've been a little too...
The Horde! They're coming, so wait.
Time it all. I gather the men in the square.
Yes, sir.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size.
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. They may not...
You're right, my lord. I will... My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter. To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What do you do?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool! Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too, then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. Not let this village fall. Stay down. It's over. It's over. Looks like that's the last.
Lord Rossfield!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted.
Or the better half of her guard. So wait, how many?
Hard to say. My men are still... I could order a detachment or two.
No. Let them. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men. I'll go after the curl. Join me only when Eastpool.
If you're sure. May the Founder
next one's mine. I might not know one. Fly, Ambrosia.
There it is. With me, Torgon. All right. Back to Eastpool.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl.
It's dead.
Thank the we were. I have guardian. I have. We say. Thank
No, you.
We're at this. Come.
This.
They're not slaves anymore.
No, you're. And I.
But you should be proud. I'll speak as
in
and I.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very clearing? Since that day, there have been more than a few times when the odds seemed so. But every time, I would think back to be know that whatever trials Eastpool may face.
So, you have always. I know that. And indeed.
Thank you. I know.
Here, it's lucky. Not only
I just did.
And it's a.
Thank you, Mum.
Well,
I take.
Well, in fact, that's. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt. Poke me. I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow, and before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. But my belt right under my skin it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report. And do you know what he did? And then I did the same. Well, we just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw him. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that.
Indeed, but the loftier one's ambitions Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like.
Suppose you're right. And if we don't manage it, good thing it's all. Anyway, better get back the least.
That's it. Good girl. Run like the wind. Damn it. The whole village is turned. I can walk from here. Ready, go? Thanks, girl. Back. Two down? deserve a rest. So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
Good day. Thank you. Here you are. Thank you. May we meet again.
Clive!
And the Akash.
Mostly off to the north still. But I told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
Welcome. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infant? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Blackthorn.
Oh.
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice, unlike my best. Slow down.
Don't.
But they ain't. Vulcan. Bloody stupid to if someone's got talent. How much?
So you're wasting half of mine.
You're what Dravost.
What?
You can.
Yeah.
Sorry. You,
We can't afford to waste it.
Right, you are. Oh, and...
Akashic on them.
How close to that?
Within sight of the wall.
What was that?
The wash.
Good idea.
I'm just...
I'm prepared to fight it.
Well, let's hope you don't. Once the scouts are inside, no heroic last stands, you hear me?
August's right. The people here are tough and willing.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate, and it won't come to that. Take good care of Dravost.
Leave it to me, and...
All right. Which one of you's first? Is that it? Apparently not. You're not getting past me. Now, the question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall, but we got the...
Good.
In time, yeah. But we can think about it.
Sid!
Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up...
And that's if the flood don't spread. I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but with either flood, spring will fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up. So, no. It's not about... Come on.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't it?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid.
And this...
A token about designs for a certain sword have been...
Now, hold it. Clock. Right.
Live?
I just wanted to see how the town...
Since all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Nat, and firmly at the helm. Are still just as the...
Are you a lord? They're going to make him the lord.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child. And the vote hasn't taken place. But if the people wish me to lead them... Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front, and they might have elected to take a... They have formed what one could call... And they grow more organized.
We'll fight them all off just like last time, won't we?
Of course we will. If we can... The longer we avoid facing this one, our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and then perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might...
How could I...
Victor, I haven't...
I'll go and...
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor?
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Dalamil, Vic?
Ah.
I thought you'd have returned.
I did. I've developed something of a having worked so hard to see a sentiment must...
You're not the only one.
What does he want?
He asked for my aid in putting down the... And he said that you might be able...
Then you've come at just the right... There are more camps, but we must...
All right, leave it with me.
Ready, go? Those ne'er-do-wells.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off!
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see that.
No, but...
No.
What is it?
The whole town's in saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape. And his escape, some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years. Which is what, if he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing.
You're right.
And now I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, well, it was bound to come out.
We're sorry, Lubor, but we just...
It's not all that matters. Look at him.
All lies I'll wait.
Once people make up their minds, we need to do something. Convince the people not to let them... I'm a downmaker. You hit me. They know. Lord,
I'll do... Lubor, I can't promise anything,
And that...
Why are you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a big...
Knew all along that he was...
Forgive me for disturbing you, but...
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? The rumors that...
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything...
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly... In this at least, he's done the town a service. Might that not...
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was...
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you.
So what do you propose? Will you try?
Perhaps. That is a question. And they will thank you, not...
the townsfolk have made their minds up.
Nor I.
You never know. Once they're
All right.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers?
For a sharing.
I assume...
There's still...
But perhaps not in this life.
You mustn't think like that. We'll talk some sense.
No, but Rosina, that steel does not lie. That a blade is a reflect. Yourself be true. That was her rather an ironic one when you... But I do not doubt that she was always true to us, and so... And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalamir, for only united can they hope to I'll need to...
Don't go, Lubor. We'll be...
Trust me.
How could it? The least you can do is give the townspeople a...
I would not take it, Victor.
Over. And so just like that, I thought it's...
Victor.
Forget it.
You sure you're making the right choice?
Of those available to me, but... Right then.
If there's anything I can...
I'll...
Lord Rosfield.
Perhaps. Have you learned anything of note since...
Little and less.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not, even now, our
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back...
Indeed.
Ultima's thralls are oft cited among the as if protecting the secrets.
Secrets we'd see.
Should our methods, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our
Would that be possible?
Of course. Perchance you are familiar. I was due to visit my colleagues. If you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be...
All right.
They might... It will lead...
Thank you.
I wish...
Come on. Run like the wind. You deserve a rest. Good girl. This would be easy. Come on. Time to fight. Thanks, girl. Oh no. You'll pay for this. May still be survivors.
whatever that thing is. I'd say it's their leader. Too slow. Too slow. Nice try. Too slow. Finished. Too slow. Nice try. Nice try. Should have stayed. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not? We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able...
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety, but surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering a duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will...
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives now.
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agreed to
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take the... May the fire burn...
It's one thing to lay down.
Ah.
I hear.
My thanks. I shall study them. And...
Cyril, losses, were these your order?
No. Every Undying devotes his life.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, the Undying have served that we live to serve.
Cyril, I know that you would allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender. Provide your survey parties with an escort. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how, please.
I thank you for your... If you will permit me to respond, and we of the Undying, as first shield to the Phoenix...
I do.
Then we are of the same...
come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of papio nuts and all.
We were just... It's fun. You remember Camille? We'll be used as steel, meanwhile. We'll be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders and that whetstone from the out. And the final flourish.
A tea.
And out. Right.
To the...
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's...
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
We'll take a wearer.
A list of material.
Zoltan and I got talking on the...
We reckon with those items there.
That's a weapon I'd like to see.
I was hoping you...
one legend at a time.
Good idea. No more drinking to forget. What if it? So, what'll it be? That it? Fine.
With Canva in the hands of Akashic.
Ah! Good.
That's brilliant! I'll fit. May I present to you the Telemon Furnace?
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
It's fine, really.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few.
You could just...
How about that clasp? Looks, and I reckon I know how. It's a metal.
Stretchy.
Bah. So?
Thank you.
Shh. And I wanted... Can't think of any right now. Maybe even out. One day, the whole world...
Well, hardly, but...
wasn't expecting you back.
You earned this.
Best of luck out there, Sid.